About 15 minutes from now, Secretary of State Tony Blinken is set to huddle with other G7 foreign leaders in London. And on the agenda is one of the most pressing foreign policy issues, Afghanistan. The United States starting to withdraw troops and draw down our nation's longest war ever. But it's leaving a big question mark for people in Afghanistan about what's on the horizon for them once we leave. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel is in Kabul. He has been covering this for decades now, from the beginning. He's got more on what all of this means. Richard, good morning to you, or I should say good evening. The focus on Afghanistan by the G7 showing just how critical the situation there is for the entire world. What are people in Afghanistan telling you, Richard, about their larger concerns once our troops are out?
Their concerns are profound. People here are considering leaving. They're considering selling whatever they can and getting out of this country. They are considering becoming refugees and joining the dangerous migrant trail that leads to Europe, sometimes leads to death on rickety boats in the Mediterranean. That's how frightened people are here. They think this country is going to go into some kind of civil war as U.S. troops pull back and other NATO troops leave this country. They don't know how severe the civil war is going to be. They don't know if it's going to be a partial civil war or a total collapse into sectional warfare. We have one group fighting another group. And they also think the Taliban is going to become more and more powerful and may even take over. Right now, the Taliban controls about 50% of this country. And as American troops leave, the Taliban is trying to take more and more terrain, more and more authority. Over the last 20 years, this has not been a peaceful country. There's been an insurgency. There's been constant bombings. There's been problems. But they haven't had civil war, and they haven't had the Taliban in control. And under this relative American security blanket, there's been a changed society. Girls have been going to school. 40% of all children in school now are girls. Many are going on to higher education. There's a connected culture now. People are connected to the internet. They're traveling abroad. They want a different kind of life. They don't want to go back to the Stone Ages when the Taliban was here. Girls and women couldn't go outside unless they wore a burqa. There was no music. There was no education for girls. If women stepped out of line, these very strict, horrible lines set by the Taliban. If you excuse me 1 second, some helicopters are going overhead, and there's a lot of military activity here right now as forces are consolidating, trying to pack up and leave right now. But the people are frightened. And it's not just the women who don't want the Taliban back. There's another group of people who I spoke to today. They are the interpreters. Throughout this multi-decade war, the United States has relied on interpreters. There are many different languages, many different dialects in this country. And U.S. troops, and I've been out with them, could not have done their mission without interpreters. It is the interpreters who help U.S. troops gather intelligence, who listen to the radio and hear Taliban instructions and translate them to American forces. It is sometimes the interpreters who diffuse conflicts and misunderstandings with the locals. And the interpreters, thousands of them, complain they are now being left behind. They want to leave. They want to leave with U.S. troops. And they worry if they don't leave, they're going to be killed by the Taliban.
I was injured. The sniper shot on us.
What about here in Kabul? Do you think you're at risk?
No, we can feel safe. We will kill you. We will kill you.
There is a U.S. program to offer asylum to interpreters, but many of them complain that it is slow, it is bureaucratic, it is cumbersome, and that many of them had been arbitrarily fired, and they want a review of this system. But most of all, they want to leave this country and take their families with them before it's too late.
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel, there for us on the ground in Kabul, Afghanistan. Richard, thank you so much, sir.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.